This is the future.
Before we begin, I would like to ask your opinion about this video by simply giving your thoughts in the comments section below. This is one of those videos wherein I really need your opinion, and sometimes we could actually change Digital Extreme's mind regarding on the changes they are making or adding in the game. I am not talking about the AoE changes here because, as far as I'm concerned, the AoE nerf is needed to balance the game as Warframe is becoming stale. No more variety in terms of the weapons and combos we are using since it's all boom and zoom. If you are not nuking, then you are playing Warframe wrong, which is kind of wrong. We are over with the changes, and I think Digital Extremes showcased a good balancing during DevStream 163. While there are aspects that will certainly change, and I'm kind of scared that they'll be taking the best way to max rank Warframe solo with the AoE nerf, still, I prefer the AoE nerf as it's more impactful for the game. There are other ways to max rank, and all we need to do is find another meta again for that. What I want to discuss here is the Steel Path Fissure, which will be available during the Veilbreaker update. For those who did not watch DevStream 163, Digital Extremes announced that aside from the normal Fissure mission, the Railjack Fissure, which is called Void Storm, there will be a new Fissure mission in the Veilbreaker update, and it would be held in Steel Path levels. These high-level fissures have the usual Steel Path modifiers and acolytes, with an additional reward of Steel Essence for each relic you open. Some laughed at this idea, as Digital Extremes did emphasize that if you want a challenging gameplay while farming prime parts, then this is the mission you want. Their reason of laughing is that why would you even want a harder mission to farm prime parts when there is the normal Fissure mission that rewards you prime parts faster compared to dealing with level 100 plus enemies, making the mission a lot harder and longer. Not to mention that you will also deal with Steel Path acolytes, which makes it even harder. In normal circumstances, you will be able to farm a normal exterminate or capture Fissure mission in just a minute or less. You see, the same concept can be applied with the Void Storm mission. Why would you even do a Railjack mission that will take longer, just to farm prime parts? Well, the answer to that is worthy rewards. Aside from prime parts, farming Void Storm missions allows you to farm credits, endo, Railjack mods and parts. You can also farm Railjack resources, which you can use in your Helminth system, and you can also farm intrinsics if you did not maxed out all your intrinsic yet. There are other benefits in doing Railjack Fissure missions, especially if you are doing survival. It is one of the best way to level up your Necromesh, or those corn bots. Doing a Railjack Fissure mission allows you to hit multiple birds with one stone, but you will need a decent Railjack, or a decent teammate with a Railjack to even make this prime parts farming easy. You may not like it, but players that have all the necessary stuff like this kind of farming. How about the Steel Path Fissure mission? What do you get aside from prime parts? Of course, the usual Steel Essence per acolytes, plus additional Steel Essence per relic cracked. Maybe more resources from that certain mission if you have a resource booster, plus the resource boost that Steel Path missions have. Riven slivers also, and then, what else? That's all of it, I guess. Is it worth it though? From the looks of the Steel Path Fissure mission, it looks like it will be the same as Fissure mission and not Steel Path missions. Okay, let me explain. A specific Steel Path Fissure will be available for a couple of hours, say, a Steel Path Exterminate Fissure mission, and then there will be another rotation once it expired. As you can see, there will be no easy farming in here, and I think that the additional Steel Essence is not worth it. Now, this is only when you are focused on farming prime parts, and not wanting to dive into challenging content. On the other hand, it would be worth the challenge, especially if you do like testing builds in high-level missions, as you will reap extra rewards from it. Endless survival players would like this, as they will get prime parts in the process. But, remember that Digital Extremes has this trade ban rule, wherein if you farm too much prime parts in Fissure missions, you get trade banned for a couple of weeks. Yes, this is true lads, and I have experienced this so many times. Just ask other endless survival runners playing Fissures in the past. In my opinion, if we compare the Railjack Fissure to this Steel Path Fissure, it's not worth the hassle if you are only farming. It's like mixing water and oil, but they don't mix at all. Fissure is used to farm prime parts, and players prefer an easier route, and it doesn't add well in Steel Path missions because the rewards you reap are not enough. Now, this is just my opinion though. Perhaps Digital Extremes can consider adding something like if you do the Steel Path Fisher, then you get a higher chance of getting rare prime parts. How about that? Instead of just additional steel essence, we get higher chances of getting better prime loot. Now, let me know in the comments section below about your thoughts regarding this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.